Okay, last theorem, theorem number 3. So we got the same situation. Triangle with the altitude to the hypotenuse. And this one's also going to involve the geometric mean. So in this one, we know that the length of each leg is the geometric mean of the lengths of the hypotenuse. I'm going to abbreviate because I'm about to write it off the screen. Of the hypotenuse and the segment of the hypotenuse that is adjacent to the leg that I chose. And that'll become clear in a second here. So we're going to set up a proportion. And again, we're focusing on the words that come before geometric mean because that's the part that's going to get mentioned twice. So last time the altitude was the geometric mean, but this time the length of each leg is the geometric mean. So you can choose either leg of this right triangle, and that's what we're going to use. So we have leg AB and we have leg BC. So I'm going to do this for AB first. So the length of each leg is the geometric mean. So you take the leg and you mention it twice in your proportion. So I go AB and AB, and it is the geometric mean of the lengths of the hypotenuse. Easy enough, hypotenuse. Now this is where it gets a little wordy. And the segment of the hypotenuse that is adjacent to the leg that I chose. So I chose leg AB. So the part of the hypotenuse that is next to AB is AD. So let's also set this up for the other leg because it says here the length of each leg is the geometric mean. So the other leg is BC. So I would take BC and mention it twice, here and here. And I know that BC is the geometric mean of the hypotenuse. And the part of the hypotenuse that is next to the leg that I chose BC. So what part of the hypotenuse is next to BC? It is DC. And just one more time so that we can see it in numbers. Let's go with making this 2 and this 5, and we'll make this X. So again, today when you're kind of wondering which theorem it is that you're supposed to use, first thing that I do is see if it has anything to do with the altitude. If it does have to do with the altitude, you're probably going to use the last theorem. Since the altitude has nothing to do with this, I know that it's probably going to be the second one, which has to do with the legs of the triangle. So I'm going to take the leg, in this case, is X, and I'm going to mention it here and here. And I know that leg is the geometric mean of the hypotenuse, which is 2 plus 5. And the part of the hypotenuse that is next to the leg I chose, the part that's next to X is 2. And I cross multiply and I get X squared is 14. And X is equal to the square root of 14. Which cannot be broken down any farther, so it is done. So today on the worksheet, I've printed both sides, side B and side C. I recommend doing side B. It's just a little bit easier. Side C is really challenging, but it's really good for extra practice. So if you're struggling with this, give C a try as well, but just make sure to get B done. If you get B done and you feel you totally understand it, just go on to the Jesuit packet at that point. Thank you.